ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Nintendo collection video. This is John from Valentine Gaming, and this is the first, if not the second or the third or fourth, I don't know how many videos this will be by now, of just going through my collection and showing off the games and talking a little bit about some of them. With these games, I'm not going to have a ton to say as compared to my Xbox ones. If you're not aware of it yet, I used to be a huge Nintendo fan, partially because it was either Nintendo or Sega when I was growing up. But I feel that the depth of play and the variety of play is not there in many Nintendo games, and the monotony of the game really gets to me. But, there are times for it, and there are, reasons for doing it. So I just kind of want to go through, because I don't have a huge collection of any particular one, what I'm going to do is combine Wii, Wii U, and 3DS and DS. So kind of all together. NES games. One is the famous Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, which is cool. Pretty good condition. Next is with one of those plastic cases, Excite Bike, which is a little bit faded. And then that's it for the NES games. Now I have a few pretty torn up, thanks to my brother, Super Nintendo games. Madden 96, which they drew all over. NBA Jam. Madden Football. What is this? Just Madden Football, it looks like. Oh, 93. It's all the way up in that corner. Okay, that's 93. Mortal Kombat 2. I remember getting scared the crap out of watching this game. Stanley Cup. Madden Football. Just Madden Football. Man, thanks, John Madden. You are great. F-Zero, which I love this game. I remember playing a ton of that. Madden 95. Another NBA Jam. The first one actually, I don't think works, so I had to get a new one. And that has the cover on the bottom. Pitfall. Ugh. The Lawnmower Man. I have no idea what that game is. And I never heard of this one, so I had to get it. Mario's Time Machine. Very, very interesting. And finally, we have a small stack of my favorite N64 games. And I don't know, and I'm sorry that I can't remember it, but you could Google. There's an awesome, awesome place on eBay where I found a gentleman who reproduced the covers to a bunch of different games. And one was cases for the NES games. So I have some Super Nintendo games, game cases. So I guess we'll go with the Super Nintendo one first, which I think I only have two of them. Yeah, one is this cool case, NHL 94. So this person reprinted the whole case, and it's in great color, and it's a brand new hard plastic case, and it can fit NES games, Super Nintendo games, I think NES games, Super Nintendo games, and N64 games. Now I just got to get back right in the correct way so I don't look like a fool. But it's a super nice case. It's printed really well, and it looks awesome that they were able to. This is the problem with non-cased games. They made it look awesome and like the way the original one was. Next Super Nintendo game was F-Zero, the race of the 26th century. That was so cool. But all the original print on here was really cool. We got like a comic on the back between all the drivers. So I thought that was really cool. And then some of my favorite ones. I think this is a little bit too bright, I believe. But Super Mario 64, awesome game, as we all know. I think the colors are a little too faded out on that one. Mario Kart 64, his grimace on his face. You got to have GoldenEye. So GoldenEye. And each one of these cases does have a game in it. I just don't really want to open the cases every time. But really cool screenshots in there. And last but not least, Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. This game was awesome. This was one of the first NHL games I ever played. He's on fire! Love that. And then there would be a fire truck that would drive by when the goal was like on fire and the goalie was blocking everything. But 3-on-3, that was always what I found interesting. Avalanche versus the Panthers. It's kind of strange. Avalanche versus the Panthers, and it's Detroit versus Florida. Interesting. Okay. So first one up for Wii is Mario Party 8. I don't know if I played this one. All the Mario Party games seem the same to me. I've played 6, 7, and then I think 8, and I think 9, and I think 10. I don't know. But I don't have much to say about that game. Same thing with Mario Party 9. I don't have much to say. This I bought after the fact, so this is why it's a odd copy with a couple different languages on it. But yeah, like I said, I think there's a time and a place for Mario games. It's not as often as it could be for me. Super Mario Brothers U, Wii U, no, Wii, just Wii. It says just Wii. This is the first 4-player one, back on the Wii. I used to be good at it. I don't know if it's the controller, I'm blaming the controller, but I suck at this game. I don't know if I suck more at this game or the Wii U version. I'm not sure, but I suck at it. Next one, Mario Kart Wii. Pretty fun game. The motion controls are... I hate the motion controls. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I can't. But pretty consistent Mario fun. Smash Brothers Brawl. Kelly got me into Smash Brothers Wii U edition, which we'll get to. But I bought this because she said she really liked it too. So this one was really, really cheap. I think I found it under $10 on eBay somewhere. So I figured it would be good to see how the whole kind of system evolved and some of the differences, some of the similarities. Next one is a Selects. It's Mario Power Tennis. Figure if I'm going to get agitated at the motion controls, I might as well do it for a game that kind of really requires the motion controls. But that's Mario Selects Tennis. Then we have another sports game, Sports Mix. Never heard of this game before, but when I was searching for, again, stuff to be agitated by the motion controls, this came up. I don't know. Haven't played it. Haven't played many of these things. I have Mario Selects Super Paper Mario. I played a little of this when I used to work at Toys R Us. They had a demo unit there, so I played it when it first came out. Yeah, I think the art design's really cool. The idea of paper and you can fold and that sort of thing, I think is cool. So I'm eventually going to probably try that one. I know Kelly wants to try that. Next one. I don't even know, man. Mario Strikers Charge. So it's a soccer game. I don't even know. I'll try it out. Looks very something over there with Mario. Look at him. I'm going to get you with my soccer foot. I don't know. No judging, right? Mario Super Sluggers. I remember when this one came out. Baseball game with Mario characters. I'm sure it's one button. You maybe don't even have to swing. Something like that. I don't know. Again, I'm not necessarily judging. It's just it seems just kind of boring sometimes to me. But Super Mario Galaxy. I heard that this is a pretty good game, but getting used to the 3D physics is kind of odd. But I'll give it a try at some point. I grew up with Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Brothers 3, so that's where I'm coming from. Then Super Mario Galaxy 2, the follow-up to the famous Super Mario Galaxy. And it seems like they highlight some skills on the back here. And play cooperatively in co-star mode. So they do highlight 2 players. Next is Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Never ever played a Kirby game in my whole life across any of the systems that I've ever been exposed to. So I'm not sure. I'll give it a try. I have enough Kirby games now. Let's see. We have Kirby's Epic Yarn. Again, this is sort of like a Paper Mario where it deals with kind of a 2D perspective. And you can use your yarn to swoop things and grab things and hook things. Looks like a pretty cute game. Next is Kirby's Dream Collection Special Edition. So what it has is a Wii game disc that includes those classic titles on it. And then some extra stuff like a compilation soundtrack, CD, and celebration book. And a Kirby's History. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then when I worked at Toys R Us, I was upset in retrospect for not buying it, so I did have to buy this after the fact. So it's not in as good a condition as I'd hoped for. But it's the Super Mario All-Stars edition. It's got a little crappiness up there, and the box is a little dented. I wouldn't have done it if I bought it, but that was my fault for not buying it. So it has the first 3 and the Lost Levels Super Mario Brothers, which was supposed to be the second one, but it was too hard for American audiences, so they made the second one from another game and got it all goofed up. And you were picking turnips and all this crazy stuff. But really good classic collection. This was obviously before they made the virtual console on Wii U where you could buy these. But I still like having it physical and having the book and that sort of stuff. Oh, I think Yeah, there's also that in the front that I forgot to show you. So it's just highlighting what's in there. Now we have Epic Mickey, the Collector's Edition. This included a few things. Include the game, obviously, a Mickey figure, a Wii skin, and then a Wii remote skin. I haven't opened this because I have a regular version of Epic Mickey, so I kind of want to keep this one together. Then what came originally with my Wii that we got in this nice little form pack was Wii Sports. So that was the contents for that. 4 players, uses the Wii Nunchuck. Then these are the kind of joke ones. Wii My Fitness Coach Get in Shape. It's just, it didn't work because the Wii didn't really sense you. That was the problem with all the Wii Sports games and physical games. Six Flags Fun Park, over 40 thrilling games. This sucked. This absolutely sucked. I hated every second of it. This was worse. Throwville Off the Rails. I got this super cheap, so I tried it. It was awful. You like walk around this park. I thought it was like Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's not. It's awful. Carnival Games Mini Golf. This one sucked too. A Hole in Fun. Really? A Hole in Fun. No wonder that game sucks. And Wii Fit Plus. I tried doing this. My knees were just so bad on this board. It was so hard. Just my knees hurt. And last but not least on the Wii, this is one of Kelly's favorites, is Animal Crossing City Folk. I don't really get Animal Crossing games myself, but if you're into them, there's plenty of them now to look at. All right, so why don't we switch to, let's do handhelds. So first, excuse me, we have Super Mario 64 DS. So it's the Super Mario 64, but on the DS. And haven't played it myself. Kelly's played it a little. It looks to be a little bit sort of like the 64 version, but not really. There appears to have some things missing, but I think overall you get a different experience other than the 2D side scroller that you would typically find from a handheld Mario game. Next we have the Drawn to Life collection. It's both Drawn to Life 1 and Drawn to Life the Next Chapter. I thought it was an interesting use of the DS screen where you can draw items in there and then that transforms into the game for useful stuff. So if you need a ladder, you can draw a ladder and then he'll walk up the ladder. Thought that was kind of cool. And then many of these are for when I try to get my mom to play DS. So she liked puzzles, so Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. But I heard one of these you can just skip a bunch of the puzzles, which kind of makes you not want to do it. I was interested in this. This was super cheap. Personal Trainer Math. Didn't really find it to be that interesting. Actually, really annoying. So yeah. Scribblenauts. We have the first one, and then Super Scribblenauts, which is the second one. Similar thing to Drawn to Life. Brain Age 2. More training in minutes a day. That weird guy that we all know. And Challenge Me Brain Puzzles. Again, for my mom. And there's Sudoku and picture and logic puzzles in there. Next, it's not opened, is Yoshi's New Island. New Yoshi's Island. Let's try and read that correctly. But I know Yoshi's Island has been pretty popular back in the Super Nintendo days. I know the baby Super Mario and the baby Luigi's would get really annoying for me. Next is Super Mario Brothers 2, the new one for the 3DS. Played a little of this, sucked at it too. Kelly beat it, I believe, she said. Can you collect 1 million coins? I don't want to. I do not want to. It seems like a collecting hunt. Next is Paper Sticker Mario. Again, just played the Wii version. And I'm assuming they take some levels from the Wii version. I would if I were they. And typically, that's the way they run it. It's copy and paste, baby. Copy and paste. Next, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Didn't play Luigi's Mansion because I did not own a GameCube. But supposedly this is a pretty good sequel. Got Luigi scared out of his pants. Next up, we have Mario Golf World Tour. So, golfing game. Golf the Mario way. That's a little self-absorbed. What does that mean? Smoking mushrooms and getting high? Next is the Ultimate NES remix. So they have a bunch of NES titles on one SD card. I'm sorry, game card from Nintendo. But I haven't played that one. Next one is Kirby's Triple Deluxe. This is a relatively new Kirby game. Again, I haven't directly played any of the Kirby stuff, but this is the 3DS version. Haven't played any Zelda either. I remember playing the original Zelda, and we're talking like, NES Zelda. I played that. My older brother played that, and I played a little. But this is the new remake of Majora's Mask. Then Mario Kart 7. This is the first and only specifically produced one for the 3DS. So we got that. Then two more 3DS games. One is Epic Mickey, The Power of Illusion. And I just realized I have a few missing games. Gosh darn it. So I loaned out Epic Mickey for the Wii to somebody. And then Kelly, at this time, has Super Smash Brothers for the 3DS. So, just remember that. And last but not least, the last 3DS game is Animal Crossing, 3DS version. And again, if you like Animal Crossing, then there's a lot of games for Animal Crossing that you could choose. So now we're going to shift to the Wii games. So many of these I got on like super sale kind of. The first one that was really inexpensive was Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. And I know that this was primarily just made to sell amiibos. They even pretty much said it themselves. But, that's okay. Next is Lego City Undercover. So this one utilizes the gamepad somewhat. And I like the free roam aspect. Next is Scribblenauts Unlimited. Haven't played this one either, but you draw and write stuff in, I think, as well. I think it's primarily draw, the scribble aspect, but you draw those whatever you need to solve particular puzzles in there, in the game world, and then that allows you to move on to the next level. This is the Unmasked DC comic adventure. I think it's like DC comic book characters in the Scribblenauts universe, or Scribblenauts universe in the DC comics universe. I'm not sure, but superpower your imagination. Next is Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. I've played a fair amount of this. This is probably the most I've played on my Wii U. Again, using the amiibos a little. Mario Kart 8. One of the first games to be a pretty successful hit for the Wii U. Super Mario Brothers U. I suck at this game too. It's not an easy game. It's a challenging one. I think I'm real rusty at it too. NES Remix Pack for the Wii U. So I think it's the same game as the one for the 3DS, just in a... I even think the artwork's the same in the back. But that's okay. You get to play on the big screen. Haven't played this game, but I heard that it's not... Actually, we did play this game. We played it for a little bit. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And I remember Donkey Kong Country, and it didn't really feel like that. Next one. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This is an interesting one because I think all the levels are square or almost square, so you kind of rotate it like Little Big Planet. Or not Little Big Planet. Oh, darn. I can see it and now I forget what the name of the game is, but haven't played this one, obviously, still in the packaging. We have Mario Party 10 with the Mario amiibo in there, the new Mario amiibo. 10 was kind of strange. I don't know. They had these like boats. It was a weird way of fast traveling compared to like the old ones where there were dolphins on some of the maps. I don't know. I mean, I have to be in a certain mood to like Mario Party. So, but that one was cool with the figure. That was definitely a cool addition. And last one we have is Super Mario Maker. And I wanted to make sure, you know, I like consistency with the game packaging, but I thought this was a really cool outside cardboard, so I wanted to make sure that I got the game with the outside cardboard. And it is in pretty good shape. So I wanted to make sure, if I could control that, I want to make sure I did. And this was a really smart idea by Nintendo. I know that there had been Java programs and HTML coding on websites and stuff that you could send JavaScript Mario levels. But this one I think is very intelligent by them. Give them the tools and then have the fans create stuff. And then you don't even have to hire product development teams. You can just take the courses that these 5 people made that were the most downloaded and then put it into the next Mario game. So very ingenious, kind of sly, but very ingenious. So that's our last I don't really have anything digital, Wii U or 3DS. I think I have a few virtual consoles. I believe the original Mario Kart I have. I don't think it's enough to warrant a separate video for that. I would imagine, like I said at the start of this, that we would really update this much. We'll see what takes place with the new Nintendo system, and I really don't feel like it's going to be powerful enough to have games that I'll be interested in. But we can see as we go along here. But we really appreciate you watching and commenting and giving your feedback, and obviously offering up any games that you like as well, through our Twitter, through comments below, through likes, through subscribes, and through following us on Twitter and emails and that sort of stuff. So we try and give you ways to communicate with us, and we also want to communicate with you as well. So we'll see you next time. Thanks.